I discovered this TV show in high school. This was years after the show aired. Found it online. It's all for free. It only has a small cult following as far as I know. I know not a lot of people. I don't talk to a lot of people on the internet anymore, but I do know that not a lot of people from at least my country know about the show. And it's quite surprising because for the type of humor that the show has, the internet doesn't really fucking know about it. It's a sketch comedy show called The Whitest Kids You Know. It aired from 2007 to 2011, created by Sam Brown, Zach Kreger, Darren Trummeter, if I didn't get your name correct, I'm sorry, Timothy Williams, and Trevor Moore. With a total of 5 seasons, a total of 60 episodes, and no, I'm not counting that on my fingers. It aired on Fuse and IFC, which are both American networks, so I probably wouldn't have seen them anyways due to my Canadian status. Not to mention that I was about 2 to 3 years old at the time, so probably wouldn't have been their main demographic. But I still have a huge appreciation for the show because it's long-standing humor. But I'd like to start from the beginning. The Whitest Kids You Know began in 1999 when Trevor Moore, a young comedian from Charlotte, Virginia, went to New York School of Visual Arts film program. Trevor Moore worked on a sketch comedy show in Virginia named The Trevor Moore Show, which was picked up by the PAX network. I wanted to add one more thing, that The Trevor Moore Show is considered lost media. I just found that out. Thought might as well add it to the video. Anyways, back to the video. While being an SVA student, he met a fellow student named Sam Brown and another person named Zach Kreger. All 3 lived in the same dormitory. Also, according to an IFC interview with Trevor Moore, he said the group's name for The Whitest Kids You Know came from a freestyling rap session, and one of the group's, one of their friends from the group ended up saying, "You guys are like the whitest kids I know." And they were like, "Oh, well, I guess that's a name for ourselves. Okay." So yeah, they started a club at the School of Visual Arts. Timmy Williams actually joined a little later on in 2001, and he was the only member who did not attend SVA at the time. They held free shows at SVA's amphitheater, which would often fill, showing how popular the group actually was. As Trevor grew closer to graduation, he ended up cutting ties with the school because if you look at some of the content they made for The Whitest Kids You Know.
All right, well, I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with the catchphrase, "I'm gonna grape you in the mouth," for our new mascot.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're just not sure about that one. Yeah, we might want to workshop it a touch.
Really? Why? That's his thing. He grapes people. He grapes people in the mouth.
We're just not exactly sure that
He sneaks into little kids' rooms in the middle of the night, and he grapes them in the mouth.
Keep it $1.50. The school wouldn't want him really having them affiliated with them afterwards, if we're gonna be fair. At least not in 2023. Fast forward to 2005, when the group began to work with comedy producer Jim Biederman. Don't know if I'm saying that name correctly still. I'm sorry if I didn't call your name right. You're probably not watching this video anyways. In early 2006, Biederman and The Whitest Kids You Know sold the show to the Fuse Network after they had won the Best Sketch Comedy Group Award at the Aspen Comedy Festival. Believe it or not, that was actually the hardest thing to say in this video. Production of the first season started in New York City during the summer of 2006 and premiered in March 2007. It then became an instant hit for the Fuse Network, and the show was picked up for another season. But due to what the Fuse Network saw as extreme comedy, the second season ended up having a few limitations for its content. you know, basically just censorship, which I'm not a huge fan of, but TV networks seem to be just, they love it. Advertisers don't exactly like offensive content being shown with their products, if that makes sense. So it actually ended up getting passed around with a few networks, and it ended up just going back onto Fuse and IFC, being censored at certain times of the day. As the show went on, they would have a full-length movie by the 5th season, reimagining the American Civil War as a war on drugs. But after that, they didn't have much else for the show. It didn't end up getting picked up for another season. So that's where the show ended. The show lives on the internet now, which for a comedy show on the internet, it doesn't have the notoriety that you'd think it'd have or wish it would have. The show, the most viewed video on the channel has 5.8 million views, which, don't get me wrong, that's a huge amount of views. More than I have. I have like probably like maybe a 1,000 including shorts, but it's not quite what you'd think a skit show would have on the internet. Like, I'm almost surprised that people didn't just like re-upload the clips on YouTube Shorts. That would honestly be the best way to, you know, or like TikTok. Like, that would be the best way to reincorporate the show into today's society, unless it was going to offend people. But I really don't care. Just upload it to YouTube Shorts. In fact, I'll probably start doing that. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to do that, but if they ask me to take them down, I'll take them down. I don't give a shit. But other people will probably just re-upload them anyways, so it's lost breath. There are actually 5 seasons, which are all up on YouTube for free. But if you wanted to get the DVDs, good luck. They cost around $200 per season. Yes, around $200 per season. I think that's on Amazon. I checked it on. That could be a little more, a little less. But yeah, they are expensive as shit. So if you're a collector, and you're willing to spend like 5 seasons times $200, do the math. I'm not. That scared the shit out of me. My door just opened for no reason. And I almost just tripped my entire goddamn computer. There we go. Where was I? Yeah, so you can get them on like YouTube and all that shit. Not that you'd want to get the DVD collection. It's just an option I wanted to present you. Link will be in the description, so you can believe me. I'm assuming it's just generally expensive because of how rare the show is, or maybe the cult following, or maybe it's just limited DVD prints. I'm not exactly sure. Not really wanting to do the research on that for a show that is all for free on YouTube. So just watch it for free on YouTube, man. I'm just telling you. You're giving them awareness anyways, and might as well. A lot of the show, like some of the skits aren't perfect, of course. There are some ones that are just like, okay, yeah. I mean, not every, like, it's a skit show. Not every skit is going to be the most funny thing out in the world. But for a good majority of the show, it has good fucking content. You can sit there, like, I've had it in the background, and I can watch it while I'm doing work. Yeah, so depending on your comedy taste or just who you are, you might not like this, you might like it. Do not know. I will show some clips probably of some of the examples. If I were gonna list some of my favorites, I would probably say just a small list, you know. Hitler Rap, Finger Ring Friends, The Jizzle, God Wants You to Wear a Hat, Milfy Mom, The Grapist, and so much more. I don't want to say anymore. I have roommates. I actually skipped one on my list. Because there are so many that I like, I just couldn't list them all. So I recommend checking them out. I didn't just want to talk about the TV show, actually. I wanted to talk a little bit about Trevor more. Unfortunately, he isn't with us anymore. He passed away on August 7th, 2021, at the age of 41. This is sad as hell because he was still working on stuff. He had a good fucking legacy. Even after death, he still cracks jokes. On a live stream, the original Whitest Kids You Know team ended up discussing his death, which they said he would have wanted them to joke about. It's something I guess he had in his will or something. They look so uncomfortable doing so, but you have to give it to Trevor because he just really wanted to make people laugh. And here's that clip right now. I'm just gonna play it to you because it's just funny as hell.
So I'm surprised no one's been asking, but people want to know more details of how Trevor died. I guess Sam will get into it, right?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I mean, it's tough. We've been talking about this. It's kind of like we all know the name of the stream and everything like that, but Trevor had been.
I mean, it was a mission of his life.
Yeah.
And yes.
He was attempting to suck his own dick.
Yeah.
And he'd been. You told me this. I didn't know about this, but
he was going to go to Mexico to have a rib removed, but I guess he couldn't wait. And the good news is the coroner said that the cause of death was actually that he asphyxiated on his own jizz. So he pulled it off. You know, he
did it.
He got there. Guys.
And there was a moment where they said he died with a smile on his face.
So, and technically it was Saturday morning, so it was a self-suck Saturday. So if you think about it.
Someone in chat said he came and went.
Oh, who said that?
Wow.
Oh
the t-shirt press. I gotta do it.
I wanted to talk about some other some work that he also did that wasn't including the Whitest Kids You Know channel, mainly his music, but I will be talking about something that has to do with the Whitest Kids You Know because they ended up releasing an album too. Don't ask me why. So he actually was a great contributor to a lot of the projects that he worked on because he was a performer and composer for most of the stuff on his albums, and he produced a lot of the shit too. I'm assuming. I think he produced a lot of it. I think he might have had some help from Comedy Central. I'm not sure. Most of the specials that Trevor Moore wrote, produced, and composed aren't on YouTube. The music is, like a lot of the music videos are, but there are a lot that are missing. So if you're wanting to check them out, they are on, I believe, Paramount Plus, but it is country locked on Comedy Central, so I can't get access to it because of my Canadian citizenship, which fucking stupid shit. Fuck Comedy Central. I hate that stupid fucking region block shit. I know I should get a VPN, but I shouldn't have to pay money for a service I'm already paying for when I'm not. You get what I mean? Like, it's fucking stupid. So, anyways, just side tangent. But yeah, a lot of his shit isn't on YouTube, which a lot of the albums are, so you can listen to a lot, like pretty much every single song he's wrote, and produced. You just can't see the video to the specials, which sucks, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. I want to talk about his first album, which he ended up working on and released in 2006, The Whitest Kids You Know, the album, which it's okay. It's literally just songs from the show. That's literally all I could tell you about it. There's the beginning track, which I thought was funny. I'm not playing it. I'm not getting DMCA'd. Thank you very much. But the funniest track on there, Hitler Rap, which I already discussed. It probably showed. I legitimately have Hitler Rap on my rap playlist, so bite me. It's a banger. His second album, Drunk Text to Myself, was released in 2013. This is one of my favorite albums from him, especially. Actually, just one of my favorite albums in general. It's just like, he kind of has that comedic aspect to him that kind of reminds me of Bo Burnham, because he's very comedy centric. It's not like actual, well, it is legitimate music. It's just not serious music. It's not going to be that country guy who's on the back of his fucking horse and with a 6-pack in a pickup truck following him, because why would he ride the pickup truck? That's where his beer goes. He obviously rides the horse. I don't know where I'm going with this. Here's some songs on this fucking album that are just amazing. Founding Fathers rap, it's pretty fucking good. What About Mouthwash? That's another fucking good one. And Tom Hanks Is an Asshole. Not a great song, not something I would listen to over and over and over again, but it's just kind of funny. Okay, just watch that one I know has a music video on YouTube. Go watch it. It's fucking hilarious. But overall, it's enough variety to keep you from being bored. It's sort of again reminds me of Bo Burnham, old Bo Burnham, not new Bo Burnham. It's edgy humor, so it may not be for everybody. This isn't a trigger warning. Trust me, I really do not care about that shit whatsoever. I don't need to fucking warn you. You're watching a YouTube video. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. Or you're just like a fucking teenager, I guess. I don't give a shit how old you are. Just go check this shit out. You will laugh. The third album, in my opinion, isn't as great as Drunk Text to Myself, but it is a close second on my Trevor Moore's tier list. Yes, there's a tier list now. We're progressing in my fandom for this shit. It has a few songs that I honestly skip a lot, but to list the ones that I like would be High in Church, Gays Got Married, and Kitty History. The rest of them, I couldn't be dissing the Dead on their art, but it's not for me. I just like the ones that are really fucking good. Kitty History has to probably be my favorite one. Don't listen to it a lot, but it is probably... I like anything with fucking any political commentary. I just think it's funny, especially from Trevor Moore. The main reason this album isn't as great derives from the latter half of the album, consisting of live show performances. If you're into that kind of thing, great. But for me, I've already listened to those previous songs and would like more original content. It's honestly like half of this album is just like redistributed first album content, but it's live performances. So if you get something out of it, you get something out of it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't, you're probably just like me and you just do not care. Just listen to the studio version. It's going to be a better listening experience. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. My favorite ones usually have music videos with them, but the rest don't, at least that I can't find because I'm Canadian and locked out of Comedy Central's fucking country block. So it might or might not exist. And honestly, I just don't have the money to be spending for a couple of videos online. You know what I mean? It's still a pretty solid album. So I recommend checking it out. That's all I can fucking do. Go check it out. The fourth and final album, The Story of Our Times. This album doesn't suffer from the live show problem and has pretty banger songs. My Computer Just Became Self-Aware is a great way to start off an album. The problem being I can't access the goddamn motherfucking videos without paying for them. But it's a testament to how good the songs are. I found this album thoroughly entertaining and honestly listen to it all the time. Another great album. I'll be linking all of the albums in the description, of course, so you can go check them out along with any of the other things I've talked about. But it's pretty fucking easy to go search this shit up. Like honestly, you can find most of it without my help. It honestly, you'd get more of an experience out of it, like your own experience. But I will link most of the best stuff. I'll probably make a playlist too for all the best fucking videos. But yeah, you can go check them out. And that's pretty much it. I think I just really wanted to talk about Trevor Moore because I find him a very interesting character. Like he has a bit of stand up on YouTube too. He's one of like the best inspirations I have for my career, being a fellow film student right now, or at least he was a film student. I'm a film student now, and I just wanted to really talk about the show because a lot of the humor I find comes within myself, and it's just something that I appreciate. You know, you fit some time for some things that you appreciate yourself, and you hope to bring it to other people's attention. That's all my goal was for this video, and to maybe have a little bit of a tribute for Trevor Moore because he did a lot of good fucking comedy shit, and it's kind of sad that we don't live in a world where he continues to do his work, and that's a world I don't want to live in, but I do. I'm joking. I don't want to. I never really met the guy. I'm just kind of being a fucking guy who fans over this shit. So don't listen to me. I do actually thank you for watching the video if you got all the way to the end. Yeah, like it's I don't know. I just like this shit. It's cool. genuinely enjoyed, and this is going to be one of my first fucking probably well edited videos, hopefully. I had to mess with some of the audio shit. This is the second time I had to record this goddamn shit. It's been making me fucking angry, to say the least. So, and it's just a long fucking page to go through to keep myself in check, you know. I need to get better at this shit. I keep wanting to make more videos, but I find it hard for myself. So I really do, again, thank you for watching. I honestly mean that 100%. If you've ever, if you enjoy my content, I'm a poor film student. I will be linking my Patreon. I'm not begging for cash just because I don't need it. I do need the cash. If you don't want to donate, you don't have to donate. You're probably not even listening right now. You've probably skipped already. I don't care. If you like my content, please help me out. Even if it was like $1 or $2, that would be enough to buy a few Mr. Noodle packages so I don't starve to death. And yeah, thank you a lot. I honestly hope you have a good day, and peace out.